Every version of the atonement has problems. The problem with penal substitution is that it puts God under or beholden to some transcendent version of justice that even God has to live under that umbrella and say, well, I can't just forgive these people. Someone needs to pay the debt. Someone needs to pay the penalty.
And so I'd like to forgive you all, but I've got to pay off justice first. It begs the question, who's in charge here?
God could say, no, I don't need these people to pay me back. I'm just going to forgive their debt. I'm going to declare a year of Jubilee. All human sin is forgiven. Nobody has to die.
When we say God is perfectly just and that He can't just wink at sin and forgive sinners without satisfying that justice, we're not putting an external standard above God that controls His motivations or His actions. This justice, just like His goodness and His immutability and His love, are all a part of His nature and His character.
For the Lord is righteous, He loves righteousness. The upright will behold His face.
They're definitional of who God is, and we know that not because that's how we like to think about God, but because that's how God has revealed Himself in Scripture.
I think that's such a huge theological problem to say these attributes are just a part of God and God cannot change, or God is beholden to these attributes of God. Who says? It's God. God doesn't have to be beholden to any attributes. It's like people say things like, you can't have love without justice, and everyone in the pew is like, oh yeah, boy, that makes perfect sense. Who says you can't have love without justice? There's nothing in the Bible that says you can't have love without justice.
There are all sorts of attributes of God, and one of the ones that the church used to talk a lot about and has forgotten is called the simplicity of God, which doesn't mean God is a simpleton, but it means that whatever God has, God is.
So it's not that He has 50% of love and 50% of justice, or we can break it up into smaller percentages so that He has a little of this and a little of that in Him. No, He actually has 100% of every attribute. That's why He's perfect.
For example, when God demonstrates righteousness or justice, He does it in a most loving way. And when He demonstrates love, He does it righteously.